Today we're gonna recreate one of our childhood favorites, but we're gonna be making a keto. And this video is sponsored by Thrive Market, but more about them later. Growing up, Sarah and I were definitely snack people. All throughout high school, we had a couple of favorites, and those were hot Cheetos and Funyuns. But about a month ago, Sarah and I tried My Keto Kitchen's Cheeto recipe to make low carb Cheetos. And while we were eating it, we were like, this tastes light and airy, and it would lend itself to making a Funyun. They're just circles that are like crunchy, light, and taste like onion. So Sarah and I have tweaked the recipe, hopefully, to make it less cheddar cheesy and more neutral tasting so we could add onion flavor into it to turn it into keto-friendly Funyuns. So what we really like about the other Cheeto recipe is it has really common ingredients. And one of the ingredients to make this recipe is almond flour. And we buy ours from Thrive Market, the sponsor of this video. Thrive Market is an online membership-based grocery store on a mission to make healthy living easy and affordable for everyone, with guaranteed savings on every order. On this order, we saved $22.30. We know that so many of you guys do not live near a grocery store that sells keto-friendly products, but Thrive Market does. And Sarah and I love going online or in the app, selecting keto and seeing everything that Thrive Market has to offer. We buy our keto staples from Thrive Market, like almond flour and sweeteners, but we love trying new things too. This time we bought some Kaizen products, which are low carb and high protein. And we also got some Mike's Organic Curry Love, which looks really good. Orders over $49 shipped for free with no tipping or additional fees. And once you join, you can check out the deals section on the app or the website for additional savings. And who doesn't love cash back? Look for products with the Thrive Cash badge on the bottom left corner. Thrive Market promises that you're gonna make back your $60 membership back in savings. And if you don't, Thrive Market will credit you the difference. So join Thrive Market today using our special link, thrivemarket.com/ketotwins, and you are gonna get 30% off of your first order plus a free gift of up to $60. So the way that we're gonna try to recreate the light and airy texture of a Funyun is to use My Keto Kitchen's recipe for Keto Cheetos. In her original recipe, it calls for cheddar cheese that's frozen, egg whites, cream of tartar, almond flour, and salt. We're gonna be leaving this linked in the description below so that you can go and check it out because we're gonna be tweaking this recipe. Instead of cheddar cheese, we're gonna go with block mozzarella cheese that's been frozen. I feel like it's a more neutral taste than the cheddar, and I think that it's gonna lend itself well to creating the Funyun. Next up, we're going to be adding onion powder. This recipe did not call for any kind of spices or seasoning except for salt. And also, we bought a piping bag, which we've never used before. In the last video, we cut the edge off of a Ziploc bag and it worked okay, but this time we're trying to make Funyun-y circles. And so we think that this might give us a better, more controlled result. I don't even know how to fill it or use it, so that should be fun. So the first step is you're gonna want to freeze your mozzarella block and you wanna chop it into, a couple of pieces. We're gonna stick it in our food processor and we are going to blast it until it's very small and grainy. And then we're gonna put it in a bowl and stick it back in the freezer. The recipe calls for 3.5 ounces. This is 8 ounces. Okay. I think that's like 3.5 ounces. I don't think it's that scientific. I'm just gonna chop it so that we can put it in the food processor easily. Whoa, it is quite violent. I'm gonna put this back in the freezer because next up, we're going to be whipping egg whites, and that is going to take a while because we don't have a stand mixer. Looks like Parmesan. We're going to preheat the oven to 300 degrees. The recipe calls for egg whites, so we're gonna be using cartoned egg whites for this recipe. We're gonna be adding 9 tablespoons of egg whites into our bowl. To this, we're gonna be adding in cream of tartar. And we're gonna beat it until stiff peaks form. AKA, it's gonna take about 10 minutes. So we have stiff peaks in our egg whites, and now we're gonna worry about the other ingredients, which are almond flour, onion powder, which Sarah is worried about because we're adding this new into the recipe. She thinks it's all gonna collapse.
I didn't think it, I just said it could happen.
Right, that's the kind of thinking that we need right now.
I'm just pointing it out.
And mozzarella cheese. Okay, I'm gonna be adding the almond flour and the onion powder into the grated mozzarella cheese that's frozen. I think I'm gonna go with about a tablespoon of onion. And then a pinch of salt.
Already smells oniony.
I like it, smells good. All right, I'm gonna mix all our dry ingredients together. Now I'm going to fold in this mixture into our egg whites. I'm hoping that this is gonna give it the structure that it needs, or it might make it all collapse into nothing. In which case you're not watching this video right now. It doesn't exist.
I mean, some people like watching our fails. Are you sure there's no garlic in there?
Yes. Garlic powder, look it. Fine.
Just a sprinkle or something.
Okay. I don't know what I'm doing.
I know, I'm just saying, I would grab the bag like that and fold it all the way down so that you can shove it all closer to the bottom. I've never even piped a cake or icing, so I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I have watched a lot of cooking shows, and that's what they do.
It's like onion frosting. Yum.
Before we actually pipe it, I want to see what an actual Funyun looks like so that we can mirror that.
I love how you pretend like you don't know. Oh. They're way smaller than I thought. This is gonna be difficult. This is about 1 carb per Funyun.
Wow.
That's a lot. It's not worth it. I'm gonna cut the tip off. What?
Okay, that's
Look
the
at
first
that.
one. I expect better results
Look at
after
this.
that. Okay. I mean, acceptable.
What? Uh-oh. We're running out of time. One head. Oh, shit. Oopsie. Oopsie.
Okay, well, whatever. What do you think about our Funyuns?
Oh, Funyuns.
Why?
Honestly, they look like Funyuns.
Thank you.
Except for this guy. I don't know what's going on.
So we're gonna put these in the oven for 30 minutes at 300 degrees. And then I think we're gonna have to leave them in the oven to cool completely. Please work. So it's been 30 minutes and it smells very oniony in here. I have turned off the oven and I am going to stick this wooden spatula in here and keep the door slightly ajar for about 40 minutes so that these can cool off completely. I'm excited. So they're finished, I think. We're going to take them out of the oven, put them on a plate, bring our original Funyuns down so we can do a bit of scientific testing. So 1 Funyun equals 1 carb. I think we did the math on this really quick, but we'll add it into the description. We think that this entire batch has like 2 carbs. Around 2 carbs. Okay, so. Well, no,
a good one.
Are we gonna try it?
I'm gonna try half of one. I don't really want to eat a full one.
It's bringing me back to my high school days.
Salty, oniony, cornmeal-ish.
Yeah,
That's one of the ingredients too.
So yeah, the shape, it's not perfect. I mean, you could, honestly, these are way bigger than the Funyun, right?
Yeah.
Like way bigger. So maybe we could have used a smaller pastry bag to, you know, get the shape. But hey, this is my first time using a pastry bag. All right, let's try it.
They're very delicate.
Pretty good. I think that they're very oniony. Like they're more
Crispy.
oniony than the Funyun.
Yeah. I wonder if we put them in the dehydrator, that they would just turn out more like this.
No.
Get like really hard.
I think they'll just desiccate into nothing.
No, I don't think so.
But the addition of the cheese does give it some nice, like, savory flavor, and I think it does a lot to help the actual egg whites stay together, give it like a little bit more volume, and like they're a little bit more of a something.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking too is that we have some corn flavoring, sweet corn
I know,
flavoring.
you mentioned that.
And you know, in the past on this channel, we've been kind of apprehensive to be using savory flavorings because we don't tend to like a lot of them, but the sweet corn flavoring that we found is actually quite good. And I wonder if a couple of drops of that would mimic the corn in this. It's really good. We came up with something. It's definitely something.
Yep. The bigger ones I feel like are not
As crispy.
Yeah. A big inspiration for our channel was Claire Saffit's
From Bon Appetit.
from Bon Appetit's kitchen. She would try to make Doritos at home and all these sorts of things. She put a lot of the things in the dehydrator just to crisp them up at the end. For like a couple hours. Just to like draw out any remaining moisture. It's an extra step, but hey, we're eating them.
You cannot beat it for the carbs. Come on, it's like a couple carbs for this entire tray. I really like this recipe. It's a great base recipe. We were able to tweak it with no problems. Yeah, we're still working on like the perfection of it, the shape. So if you guys have any other suggestions of what we can do with this base recipe, let us know in the comment section below. Maybe we can figure it out and make another video. And sign up for Thrive Market today using our special link, thrivemarket.com/ketotwins, and you're gonna get 30% off of your first order, plus a free gift of up to $60. And if you guys wanna see what else you can do with this recipe, this base recipe, you can click right here and we will see you over there. Anyway, I'm Emily.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are the Keto Twins signing out. I said that word. I'm like, I'm
Emily.
Emily.